signs you could have stayed. It's only over when the day is done. I never knew you was a runner, yeah. I mistook you for a son. It don't matter what we think when it's all over. 'Cause this is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah. This is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah.
Archie, is it fun?
Fun.
Fun.
After me. Ready? Happy?
Happy.
New?
New?
New.
Was wrong to say I wouldn't change a thing, 'cause in the story of our lives, the best of times through colored glass, time rolls on enough to let me move on past, but every little now and then it creeps on back to shape my smile.
Today is July 5th, 2022. It is 3:08 a.m. I have a feeling I'm gonna have more than one video today because I have a lot of tweets to share with you that I not only bookmarked, but that I added on my list for me to share with you. Alright, so this is my back end. Let's go on Twitter. Alright, so this one, I saw this tweet last night and it's not somewhat related with the rest of the tweet because I'm still talking about what's that, Victoria Arbiter, regarding her being fired and her eyelashes and all of that. As a matter of fact, I still have another video to edit from, I didn't record anything yesterday, on July 3rd. Yeah, because I have 3 videos. One is uploading right now. There's this one. I kept the same background, but I just changed. I replaced Oprah with Meghan. And the third one, I'm probably going to keep the same one background here and find another picture of something to make it look different slightly and probably change the title. So this one was on July 3rd. I kept the same background and I just put number 2. And I wish I had put number 1 on video 1 on July 3rd. On the video on July 3rd. Alright, so let's get going. So like I said, this has nothing to do with Victoria Arbiter. Alright, so this one is slightly different, but it's somewhat important. Alright, this is why there is no report by BP. Okay, let's see here. This is why there is no report by BP. Quote, and its sovereign grant report published Thursday, Buckingham Palace said, okay. So from the sovereign grant. Okay, so that's where it's from. Cause okay. In its sovereign grant report published Thursday, Buckingham Palace said the royal household, quote, concern at work and, quote, policy encourage individuals to raise any concerns they may have about the conduct of others and set out how issue can be aired. The financial document said, quote, counseling and support are provided through the household's long-established employee assistance program, end quote, and it continues, and that managers are trained to support, mentor, and coach their teams. Source ABC News US, February 21. Prince William and his role as a senior royal panic about upcoming Oprah interview by pushing. Okay, source from ABC News. Okay, they got that. Where all of this was under one thing. Okay, so Prince William and his role as a senior royal panic about the upcoming Oprah interview by pushing a false narrative about Meghan, Duchess of Sussex. His panic set the institution to be exposed as unprofessional and inept. Source from ABC News. But then again, when they say source, is it really true? Where both of these were under one specific thing? Okay. As revealed in March 21st interview with Oprah Winfrey, Meghan went to HR department with seeking assistance for counseling and support and was told HR couldn't help her. So here, they say here managers are trained to support mentors and coach their team. And there's here also counseling and support are provided through the households. So Meghan went there was none to help her. So this is why William was panicked. Oh my God, I was tired. I didn't read this properly yesterday. But I understand it now. As revealed in March 21st interview with Oprah Winfrey Monday, Meghan went to HR department with seeking assistance for counseling and support and was told HR couldn't help her. Yet, when HR department received report about Meghan and the workplace, she is deemed to be under HR umbrella. Oh my God. Okay. Now, okay. I was thinking something completely yesterday. Okay. No labor lawyer in the world can make that sensible. Oh my God. So they say this is what, okay. A lot of things going in my head because yesterday when I read it, I didn't really understand. So now I understand. So this is why William was panicking because he did not do what was supposed to be done. And also, Meghan, remember how they said they didn't provide any, for Meghan's clothes, everything was under her stuff. She brought her own things. So all of this is why my head is like a lot of things is going through my head. Okay. The palace statement of Meghan has and will continue to cost them more than they will ever admit. And if the royal family has lost credibility when the only likable queen is alive, what will happen when she isn't? Perilous ground once the current monarch passes away. There is no palpable nostalgia tied to Prince Charles, and now Prince William has embroiled the family in scandal over his tag-teaming vendetta along with Kate against Meghan and Harry because they fear being eclipsed by them. Oh my God, they are doing self-destruction, like all of those videos that I had where the thumbnails is saying with his tunnel vision, he can't see the ripple effect of his behavior. And this is that. Because in some other tweets, I'm not even sure if I edited that video, is that Boris Johnson, is pissed with Charles. So you just never know. They're trying to end it too because they have the Tory power. They're bulldozing just like the U.S., with the current Justice Department that we have, not justice, judicial, you know, where we have 7 judges, or no, not 7, 9 judges, who's trying to bulldoze to existing laws. So the UK is doing the same thing. So now that the UK has the Tory power, so they're trying to bulldoze everything, laws that's there, so they could take control over the... Okay, let's continue. Palace instruction, lift work and sweep everything under. Institutional VAT and their brand. Panic before an outcome is revealed. The only people who panic when an interview or report is made publicly is the abuser, never the victim. Yep, we all know the palace is covering for itself, especially since the same staff that reported bullying had to ask if the behavior could be considered bullying. So clearly there was no defined policy and reportedly refer one the parties, etc. And I think, what is it, Harry and Meghan were under happy household, this kind of thing. So okay, the queen was trying to do good. I think the queen saw the future for at least William, okay, because I think the queen was already aware that the public did not like Prince Charles, okay. So putting Harry and Meghan under the KP umbrella, because remember, William is the future for them. And remember how they were saying Fab Four? So the queen probably put Harry and Meghan under William's umbrella household. So that way, because remember, Harry was already in that institution. He already knew his place. He knew he wasn't going to be king. And also, by having Meghan, which is partner of Harry, you know, who already knew, you know, they're not the future. So they were trying to help William. So whoever thought of putting Meghan and Harry under William's umbrella was thinking of the future. When you think of the Fab Four, that was that. That was that. But he effed it up about jealousy and spotlight and all of this BS, when he could have easily just sit back, go cut ribbons. Because Harry and Meghan did not care about spotlight. Meghan even says she doesn't mind being in the background.
I think that knowing that I've just been here for 3 months, right? And in that amount of time, but with that said, for me, it's very important to, once you hit the ground running, even if you're doing it quietly behind the scenes, which is what I've focused my energy on thus far, is meeting with the right people, meeting with the right organizations behind the scenes quietly, learning as much as I can so that I can maximize the opportunity we have here to really make an impact.
So that was the thing. And when they, you know, when she's thinking of charities to help or whatever, you see, we already know the work. Hub community, what is it? Something Smart Works and all of that. And all William and Kate could have done is just sit back. If Kate and William were smart enough, when they're thinking of doing something, just bring it up to Harry and Meghan and make Harry and Meghan do the work. All they have to do is go cut ribbon. And occasionally, Harry and Meghan will have their own little things going on, like we already seen. Hub community and Smart Work and all of that. But no, wow, let's see here. The reason they had to ask was not because of behavior, but because Meghan was not an employee. That's the thing. Also, this thing was going in my head when I was reading it. But remember, they were she was partner of Harry. All right, this is where I was also thinking they weren't even providing her clothing to go to this engagement because they didn't consider her all of that. But she was doing the work. The UK was profiting off of Meghan's work. All right, so they wanted to stay in the background, doing all the backstabbing, and at the same time taking credit as a whole, the institution, the firm, of all the positivity the charities were getting out of Harry and Meghan. And at the same time, they didn't consider them as employee. But let's see here. Because Meghan was not an employee, co-worker, or supervisor, it was confused about who was in a position to address her behavior. She didn't have any behavior. That's why they don't have anything. That's why policies were changed. No one ever thought that one of the royal family will need to have their behavior addressed for such serious breach of conduct. The thing is that they never consider Meghan as one of them. That's the whole thing here. They never consider Meghan. They never accepted her. Yes, part of this was going in my head as well. Let's see, there's 3 comments under that. Let's see here. Okay. Yet all they had to say about her is 5 a.m. emails. Yep. What a effing joke, really. All while toxic KP staff was bad-mouthing her daily and refused to work with her. If that is not a breach of staff conduct, I don't know what is. All right, we know about this. 36 seconds, but let's play it anyway.
Distractions, and that they can see a link between the
Be the same between them.
really speak quite badly about.
Oh, well, the way that Meghan is spoken about by the people that have had to deal with her is quite frightening.
Yeah.
I mean, they're
pleased she's gone.
Yeah,
She's
not.
When you say AIDS, you mean
AIDS to William and Kate and other members of the royal family. They're pleased that William and Kate have got this clear path without any distractions, and that they can see a link between the young Queen that we saw there with Philip, and there's a direct link via Charles, however long he's on the throne. But then we come back to this couple of William and Kate. That's their focus.
Be the same between them.
Okay, this is slightly different. And there's more to this clip than what I have. Let me bookmark this so I could record it by itself. That's exactly what I was saying. It's the Queen who put Harry and Meghan under KP's umbrella because they saw the direct, because William was the future. That's exactly that. Okay, this one I just heard it is different from the clip that I have, or unless I failed to hear that part. And then yet, William never considered Meghan part of the family at all. Not only part of the family, part of the team, but Meghan was doing all the work. That is on his own demise. His own demise. Okay, let's see here. If choking your employee didn't result in rules, that's Prince Charles.
Prince Charles also has a legendary temper, as his staff know to their cost.
Charles and Ken Stark were away for a weekend with friends, staying at a friend's house, and Charles was trying to put his own collar studs in, which he doesn't normally do for his formal shirt. And he dropped one of the studs, and it sort of bounced around the sink and went down the plug hole. Charles was in a fury, just ripped the sink from the wall, threw it to the floor, shattered it into 1,000 pieces, retrieved the stud, and Ken had to put it in. And then when Ken had put it in, Charles grabbed him by the throat.
Yeah, if choking your employee didn't result in rules changing, they can shove the excuse. That 96-year-old and her pedo loving for us should say it with their chest. Come tell us what Meghan did with the same energy they accuse her with. Exactly. Okay, such breach of conduct. Seriously, a biracial woman bullying one of this employee. There they are. Yep. They all... If Meghan was working with them around that time, if all of these people that's there, they all are effing baggage for God. God will know what to do. All right, let's move on. The next tweet that has to do with this one. All right. Don't see any ground for suing here. Sounds like noise and self-promotion to try and win back some credibility. You got found out. Simple. I will say more on. Break it up at your peril. Plenty of food to be picked if you're short of a few bob. Okay, the plan is to sue them. There are consequences of their action. Victoria Arbiter explained why she plans to take legal action against the YouTuber Archie Manor and Josh Peters over what she claims was a manipulative interview prank. You got a freaking adult who doesn't want to take, how do they call this, responsibility for her own action. She knows very well what the guys were doing. All right, so she just got caught and she's ashamed. I saw this after I had did the videos a couple of days ago on July 3rd. So let's see what she has to say here. 3 minutes.
Kind of look at this story and go, well, look, can I kind of look at this story and go, well, look, it's only a couple of pranksters on YouTube. You know, who really cares? But it did have a very devastating effect on your career, right?
It's been horrific, Camilla, horrific. Yes, people can take it lightly and go, oh, it's just a silly prank. And actually, Josh did an interview post-prank in which he said this video was made at the expense of these royal reporters. And that hit really hard because, yes, it was made at the expense.
You need to feel all this pain you inflicted on Meghan. You were so willingly to jump on board. Why? Because it was about Meghan. Okay, so you are an adult who knew exactly what the intention of those guys. They said plain blank that the thing have not aired yet, but yet you were more than happy to participate. This is your own peril. Okay?
Expense of my livelihood, my future career, my mental, emotional, physical well-being. I didn't leave my house for 2 weeks.
That's your undoing, okay? There's no sympathy here. There is absolutely no sympathy because you were fully competent as an adult. You're not a teenager. Where if it was a teenager, a younger children, like I stand up with those, try to bring to light what those pedos are doing to children. I try to bring light to that. If it was the other woman, I would have stood up for you, but you're a freaking adult. You knew exactly what those young men were trying to do. You were more than willing. Did you cash that check, by the way? That £300 that I think they pay you? You signed the contract. You knew very well the thing was not even aired yet. But you were, again, more than happy to participate. Let me put Harry's video here that says, it's your character. Your character.
It's your character that matters most.
And yet, you come here on that particular show to talk about it because you still haven't learned your lesson yet. If I were you, I'll just shut my mouth, pretend this didn't happen, or said whatever, but yet you're shifting blame to somebody else. You're not taking full responsibility of your participation. Let's continue with your BS.
Because the avalanche of hate was so monumental, so extreme, and the anxiety that has evolved as a result has been devastating. There are times I am so paralyzed by the anxiety associated to what happened. I can't go outside. I don't leave.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Just a little prank. But Meghan was supposed to take it and over and over and over and over again. The same way Meghan is able to find her way and adjust. Find your way. But there's no sympathy coming out of me.
My house. And I was just stunned that so many people opted to take a narrative put out by two self-described pranksters at face value. And you actually...
Oh, cry me a river. Cry me a river, lady. You knew what you were getting into. Can you imagine what Meghan had to go through? You were more than happy to spell your name and mention for credibility that you were a CNN contributor or whatever you said you were, along with it.
And we're looking for guests to comment on the interview, basically. So it will be pre-recorded, so we're actually recording it tomorrow, and it's just to offer kind of an immediate reaction to the interview that will then go out after the interview, if that makes sense.
All right, so they're telling them this thing hasn't even been aired yet, but you're more than happy to participate. So it's your own doing. No shame at all.
A-R, B as in boy, I-T-E-R, and I am royal comment.
Spelling her name too. She's spelling her name too very well. Don't miss it. Don't miss it. And then she's the one who's coming out. I mean, what your kid are gonna think about to know this is the line of work you're doing? And then you're bringing this up? Okay, I hope her son doesn't follow her footsteps like she did with her father. But anyway, let's listen.
Commentator for CNN.
Richard Fitzwilliam's royal commentator.
Wait a second. She mentioned CNN on that piece of lie she was gonna say. So no wonder why CNN got rid of her too. She mentioned CNN on that. Let's see here. Oh, that's too far back. Maybe somewhere. That's her father. Okay, I think I went too far. All right, let's see here.
Coming out in a few days' time.
My name is Victoria Arbiter, A-R, B as in boy, I-T-E-R, and I am royal commentator for CNN.
There it is.
Fitzwilliam.
She includes CNN in there. And I think that's probably one of the reasons why CNN don't want to associate in that. Yeah, You know this was a lie, but you mentioned CNN in it. So that's probably that. As soon as you mentioned CNN within that video, and you were fully aware that you were gonna lie, you mentioned CNN as part of that. This is why CNN, I think, boot you. All right? I would love to hear from CNN why they got rid of you, or they didn't reassign you your contract. But let's listen.
She said something in your newsletter this week, and this really hit home too. Forgive me, I'm going to paraphrase slightly, but at the end of it, you said that given the nature of the internet, a lie can go around the world in a split second before the truth has a chance to put its trousers on.
Yeah, that's
there it is. There it is. This is it. This is what Meghan had to go through. All right? This is what Meghan has to go through. And this is why the squad are all over the world are freaking upset with you and so many other people. The royal rats. Because you know very well how quickly lies spread. The same way the bullying where ketchup spread like wildfire before the Oprah interview started. The same way you guys keep on 24/7. What is it? How many times did they say they write article about Meghan?
There's a huge amount of content published about Duke and Duchess of Sussex. They are good business. It's something crazy like 15,000 mentions of them online every day. So they are the whole royal family, and particularly Duke and Duchess of Sussex, a really big business for the tabloids. And then we all know about negativity bias and how bad news, negative headlines tend to do better online, which is a really sort of unattractive part of the algorithms that are used. So I think all of that feeds into the coverage.
But none of you give a damn rat's about that, about the truth. You were more than willing to spread a lie. Let me listen to your nonsense some more. Cry me a river, lady. Cry me a river.
That given the nature of the internet, a lie can go around the world in a split second before the truth has a chance to put its trousers on.
Yeah, that's true.
And Archie and Josh, when lawyers got involved, they removed me voluntarily from the video. But the damage was done. I lost my job. I have...
Oh, poor you.
My name is Victoria Arbiter, A-R-B as in boy, I-T-E-R, and I am royal commentator for CNN.
And this is why many of you royal rats are spreading misinformation about Harry and Meghan, mostly Meghan, because you want to smear her name, tarnish her name, put a stain on her name. That way, nobody will do business with her. I've been saying that. So the tarnishedness you had added along with your name, and you add CNN on that stupidity of, well, it was a brilliant video because they caught you guys are lying without even seeing the video. This is why CNN had to remove, don't want to associate with you.
My name is Victoria Arbiter, A-R-B as in boy, I-T-E-R, and I am royal commentator for CNN.
Because you were participating on a campaign of lies. You were fully aware the video was not aired yet, but you were willing to give your analysis, how do they call this? People who, telepathic, I will say, telepathic kind of opinion about an interview that haven't even aired yet. This is why CNN, you tarnish, okay? Tarnishing CNN.
My name is Victoria Arbiter, A-R-B as in boy, I-T-E-R, and I am royal commentator for CNN. And I am royal commentator for CNN.
By putting CNN next to you. I'm not saying CNN is a saint on this, but on that specific situation, this is it. All right, let's continue.
I haven't worked in the US since March 2021. But the damage was done. I lost my job. I haven't worked in the US since March 2021.
But then again...
All right, but let me cut that other nonsense off. So, what is it? The other royal rat. What was I thinking? You haven't worked in the US. Oh, this is it. what is it? The same group of people who were trying to get you the job with CNN, and CNN at first did not want to take you. Go back to these people to put word out for you someplace else. Don't use Oprah anymore.
I'd been hosting in New York for a number of years, working as a presenter. My agent went to the networks and said, I've got Victoria Arbiter. She spent part of her life living at Kensington Palace. Her father worked for the Queen. He was a press secretary to the Queen. And they were like, no, we don't know her, we don't know her, we don't know her, which of course is sort of the brick wall that many people hit. Well, my agent then sent in the clip of my family appearing on the Oprah show, and suddenly it was, yeah, okay, we'll give her a shot.
Okay, it was Oprah's video that your people from the UK, I'm assuming, I don't know, your spokespeople, your representative were trying to get you a job. Okay, they can't do it. They can't get you the job that you wanted, but they had to use Oprah to get you the job. So leave Oprah now. Okay, don't use Oprah anymore. Find your own. Use those boys' video, those YouTube video, but then again, you got your lawyers to remove you from it. Use those YouTube videos, what is it? I think it's Josh and Archie, all right? Videos to get you other job, to lie, okay? But you can't use Oprah anymore. You cannot use Oprah anymore. This is your own peril. But let's listen to your nonsense and climb your river some more.
Victoria, this is also CNN's fault. Why are CNN as bothered by this? They just caved into social media pressure. I mean, I
wait
had
a second.
all this.
Wait. Are you serious? She's blaming CNN? Let me review this again. Okay, definitely now CNN does not want to associate now. Definitely. All right, let's see here.
This is also CNN's fault. Why are CNN as bothered by this? They just caved into social media pressure. I mean, I had all this.
Remember, she brought CNN into that. Victoria only mentioned that she hasn't worked in the U.S. She didn't mention CNN, but there she is. She bringing CNN and that. Oh my God, definitely. CNN is running away from these people. You're blaming CNN? Why did she spell her name and mention CNN? You know, she works for CNN.
Victoria Arbiter, A-R-B as in boy, I-T-E-R, and I am royal commentator for CNN. And I am royal commentator for CNN. And I am royal commentator for CNN.
Because she was using CNN again as credibility. And then you knew you were going to lie. And this is why CNN is removing. Oh my God, you can put these two together? But let's listen to her BS. Oh my God, two airheads putting together, talking nonsense.
March 2021.
But then again, Victoria, this is also CNN's fault. Why are CNN as bothered by this? They just caved into social media pressure. I mean, I had all this. I had all this when I wrote perfectly legitimate and true stories about Harry.
Perfectly legitimate. Okay. This is someone who hang out with pedos and expect pedos to go free without any consequences. But let's listen to those two airheads.
And Meghan had an absolute pile-on from the Sussex squad. Thankfully, I was supported. I had all this. I had all this when I wrote perfectly legitimate and true stories about Harry and Meghan. I had an absolute pile-on from the Sussex squad. Thankfully, I was supported by my newspaper.
Well, firstly, I would urge you not to read tabloids because I don't think that's healthy for anyone. Hopefully one day they come with a warning label like cigarettes do, like this is toxic for your mental health.
Yet CNN just cut.
Is it those newspapers Meghan Sue and won? I don't know. I'm just guessing. But okay, this is why she had to touch her forehead, because she could comprehend. She could not comprehend why people were upset. Oh my God, the UK is infested. The UK, they all are baggage for God. They all are baggage for God. They are in a different universe. They can't see reality. Baggage for God. Baggage for God. Okay, I interrupt this because too much BS is being spilled here.
Cut you loose.
And they didn't investigate what happened. And that's the part that really hurt. I'd been with CNN for 8 years.
To give their reaction to Harry and Meghan's interview 3 days before they had even seen it. To give their reaction to Harry and Meghan's interview 3 days before they had even seen it. We found some royal experts and used our very own royal expert to gauge their interest.
Together a special for a UK broadcaster to be broadcast immediately after the interview that Harry and Meghan have given to CBS with Oprah. The interview that Harry and Meghan have given to CBS with Oprah.
There it is. This is the disclaimer here. He's giving them the disclaimer, but they went along with it.
And we're looking for guests to comment on the interview, basically. So it will be pre-recorded. So we're actually recording it tomorrow, and it's just to offer kind of an immediate reaction to the interview that will then go out after the interview, if that makes sense.
Since the public already made up their minds about Harry and Meghan's interview before seeing it,
this is the poison they're putting in people's mind. So
this is what happened.
Ingrid Seward is the editor of Majesty magazine.
Have you ever read Majesty magazine?
No, but neither has anyone else, so that's all right.
We're going to be doing a post-match analysis of Harry and Meghan's interview with Oprah, which is obviously coming out in a few days' time. We're going to be doing a post-match analysis of Harry and Meghan's interview with Oprah, which is obviously coming out in a few days' time.
My name is Victoria.
Okay, all this is the, how will I say that, the warning, how will I say that, what they're getting themselves into. All right, so they're telling them this thing hasn't even been aired yet, but you're more than happy to participate. So it's your own doing. There she is right there. No shame at all.
A-R, B as in boy, I-T-E-R, and I am royal comment.
Spelling her name too. She's spelling her name too very well. Don't miss it. Let's see here.
Coming out in a few days' time.
My name is Victoria Arbiter, A-R, B as in boy, I-T-E-R, and I am royal commentator for CNN. And CNN has its detractors, but I loved working there. It was an incredibly professional team.
Oh, please, CNN, please do your investigation. Well, then again, I don't think they want to spend another few seconds with you guys, because there's plenty of other people that can replace you the same way. With the Johnny Depp thing, they don't put up with nonsense. All right, they got the platform, and then there's a lot of people who wants that spot, but you F it up yourself, so they're just gonna pick the next person who wants to work with them. Oh my God. Okay, I'm sorry. I just can't believe these people.
We didn't have to talk
by my newspaper, yet CNN just cut you loose.
And they didn't investigate what happened. And that's the part that really hurt. I'd been with CNN for 8 years, and CNN has its detractors, but I loved working there. It was an incredibly professional team. We didn't have to talk to a lot of the speculation. It was very fact-driven, fact-based, and I really appreciated the time I was there, and I had a good track record. I was there 8 years. I was well established there in terms of royal coverage, but I was a contributor. I wasn't a full-time employee, and the abuse was so extreme, and they were inundated by people demanding I be fired.
Who cares this much? Who cares this much? I mean, honestly. But just to wrap up,
it's lies. You poisoning the mind with lies. This is why. I don't know who did that. It's because you're poisoning the mind. The same thing you said at the beginning. With the speed of the internet, the news travel fast before the truth can be revealed. It's because you were spreading lies, poisoning minds. This is why. Okay? You knew you were lying. You knew you did not see the interview, but yet you participate. You wanted to spread your lies. This is why. And then you mentioned CNN name in it. If you did not mention CNN in that particular video, I probably will reserve my, how will I say that? I will reserve my opinion about CNN, but you mentioned CNN in it. You mention it.
It's Victoria Arbiter, A-R, B as in boy, I-T-E-R, and I am royal commentator for CNN.
People would have give a pass and say, okay, you're the only one we have that was there with the royal family or whatever. You grew up with them and all of that. but you mentioned CNN. You work for CNN. So with that clout of negativity, spreading lies, and you know the boys were going to interview you about a video that was not even aired yet. Nobody have seen it. I think it was 2 days before the Oprah interview, but yet you participate to give your opinion about something that no one have seen.
To give their reaction to Harry and Meghan's interview 3 days before they had even seen it. To give their reaction to Harry and Meghan's interview 3 days before they had even seen it.
This is why CNN does not want to be participating. If they continue with this, mentioning CNN on their BS, there's a possibility CNN might sue them, because I don't think CNN will want to be in this environment. Okay, even though CNN have its issues, I don't watch CNN that much, but occasionally, with YouTube clips of CNN things, I'll watch. But I don't think CNN wants to be in that mix. But they better be careful. But let's listen.
Victoria, just because I've got an eye on the clock here, what are you going to do now? Because I think you're fighting back against your cancellation.
I am. Well, Camilla, two things here. So it was incredibly important to me to clear my name. People are saying, why are you speaking out now? It's taken this long to have the courage to speak out about it because, of course, the avalanche of hate.
Oh, cry me a river. Oh, poor little fragile soul who were more vicious to put so much pain and suffering onto Meghan. Poor fragile soul. But let's listen to your incredible pain and suffering that I'm packaging and to give to God because you still haven't learned your lesson. Let's listen.
That came today was extreme, but I'm kind of numb to it now. The people calling me a Nazi probably don't know that my father was born during the Blitz to German Jewish refugees who escaped the Nazi regime. They don't know that.
Oh, cry me a river. I try not to talk about what the Jews are doing and to the Palestine, but let's listen. I'm not gonna get there, but many people who have gone through so many things should have understand, so they don't inflict those pain onto others. But continue. But for you, it was all fair games when it is Meghan. That's the problem here, because it was Meghan. You were more than willing to participate on the vicious lies and misinformation. Let's continue.
That my grandmother's father, after being rounded up, opted to throw himself under the wheels of a cattle car to avoid being taken to a concentration camp. So it was important to me I clear my name to state categorically on the record that I did not lie. I didn't offer a reaction.
Okay, I'm sorry, but you already spoke. You spoke. The truth is out there. The guy said, okay, like you said at the beginning of this interview, because you got your lawyers involved, they were more than willing to remove your clip out. But guess what? The clips are still existing in many other places because you were more than willing to participate. There was no gun put in your head to speak. I just would like to know, did you cash the check? The $300 or £300 that they gave you to speak misinformation. Okay, you could say all you want, lady. You could say all you want. The fact is you were more than willing to participate. Okay? All right. I'm sorry your parents or your Jews or whatever went through some of those headaches because human suffering should never be in existence. I'm sorry, but you were willing to inflict human pain, okay? Man-made pain onto others, like Meghan, to speak misinformation when you knew very well it was false and you knew it would cause her pain, but you were more than willing to participate. You are a huge baggage for God. And then for you to come here trying to, how do you say that? Mess with people's intellect, that it is, trying to mess with people's intellectual understanding of reality. You already did it. But let's listen to your BS.
So it was important to me I clear my name to state categorically on the record that I did not lie. I didn't offer a reaction. I didn't review the show. I spoke to how things have been done before.
Whatever. Let's see here. I forgot. There it is. Okay. and I spell Love because that's the way she spelled her name in that interview. Love that music for her. She knew she was going to lie about an interview she did not see, and she dared to mention CNN within that same video. You think CNN wants to associate itself with a lied video. She can blame the Sussex squad all she wants. I didn't think anyone point a gun at her to lie. Okay, exactly. I didn't. She read the contract before signing it and taking the pound. Just leave this right there. Allow your enemies their space to hate. They will destroy themselves in the process. Yep. All right, day in, day out. Okay, she took 300 pounds to lie, and now she's doing it for free. Okay, let's see here. I see what she said here. Okay, she could sue for misrepresentation or fraud, but as her behavior was also misrepresentation and the fact she wasn't an employee of CNN and they aren't obliged to renew a contract, she struggled. You said it, regardless of how the interview was used, she knew she hadn't seen the Oprah interview and agreed to lie and pretend she had in order to defame Harry and Meghan. Once you sell the interview, it's no longer in your control. It belongs to production. She can't sue. Okay, she nauseating lie, got caught, and point a finger at anyone to deflect your spot on. Okay, I'll go in it. There's one comment under that. Okay, this is nothing but an attempt to get some work again. CNN was not in the about the lying British royal reporters, but they are now. Yep, that's it. That is true. And then for them to mention CNN in this particular interview,
then Victoria. This is also CNN's fault. Why are CNN? Then Victoria, this is also CNN's fault. Why are CNN?
Okay, instead of staying quiet, and they're bringing, and this is why she was talking so nicely, so highly of CNN.
And CNN has its detractors, but I loved working there. It was an incredibly professional team.
Oh, please, CNN, do you part of that anymore? What I do not understand is how she is willingly allow anonymous fans to be presented as being responsible for booking her for the video, producing video, and making money from the video. Two British news organizations are pushing disinformation, and she's talking about her credibility. Once a liar, always a liar. I just read that also. Her national are huge. Oh my God. Sussex squaddy should sue her. Everyone should sue her because I didn't do it. I don't know who else she's talking about because I didn't contact CNN. Okay, Sussex squaddies should sue her. Why do they keep saying Sussex squad? Camilla Tomley has lied about Harry and Meghan and their children. That's why she mentioned CNN there. Was it the people she worked for had to stand by her? Because they want her to continue the lies. I don't know what other credibility these people have outside of the UK. And this one had it. She had work outside of the UK, but she effed it up. Oh my God. Okay, you can lead a horse to the water, but you can force it to drink. We all have choices. Real journalists will know how to ask and answer questions. You can never blame an interrogator for your answer. What is it? This is that that video of this writer where, I don't know, some British newspaper were asking her to write about Harry and Meghan, even though she never met any one of them. They're forcing her, oh, but you could write this about Meghan, you could write that, this and that, you could say this. I'll put the clip here. And she didn't take it.
I was called by the Sun newspaper. If you don't know what the Sun is, it's sort of
got the topless girl on page 3. That's all you need to know.
And they called me about a month ago to ask if I'd write about how Meghan was like Wallace and how Meghan was going to destroy the royal family and the arguments between Meghan and Kate. And I said, I'm really sorry, I'm just not privy to all of this. I don't think I could do it. And the commissioning editor was really twisting my arm to write this article and say, but you could say, couldn't you, that X happened, and you could say that she's fired all her staff, and you could say that Kate has said this. And I said, well, I'm really sorry, I don't know that, I can't do it. And this conversation went on for about half an hour, and I didn't write the article, but it just gives you an insight into how this whole thing is being, you know, the flames are being fanned by the media,
You've heard the phrase cottage industry, this is a palace industry, yeah.
Okay, this is, you know, the character of these people. All right, let me read what's on the screen and then move to the next one. I have a lot. I think I'm going to have 2 videos. Okay, well, she was never a journalist. She called herself a royal expert. Sound more like an informal interview for a job at GB News, where audience is. She could try auditioning for a spot on Fox News here, but she will have to create interest in the royal that she likes. Good luck with that. GB News it is. That's someone who does probably take, let me not mention that other one's name here. Yeah, I'm a bit lost. What will she sue for? She gave comment about something she had not seen. What am I missing? That's what I'm saying. There's something out there in the UK that they cannot see straight. The fact that she did it to me shows the royal family greenlight shit against the Sussexes. Can you imagine her doing that without implicit approval? She will never get access again, and her career would have been down the toilet. Ironically, it is now anyway. All right, let's see this. There's one comment on there. Never heard of her till today. Knew of the hatchet-faced woman and the really skinny man with the pointy nose from BBC. They are all charlatans. Again, with lies. The Sussex squad did not do this prank. Yep. Okay, so let me finish with everything. I wish you will follow through. How do you willingly participate in something, then things turn out wrong, you want to sue? Privilege, folks. Victoria, the verbal diarrhea. I'm telling you, if they keep on mentioning CNN and all of this, because I think she was trying to avoid mentioning CNN, but the other one, the one who usually hang with Prince Andrew, decided to include CNN there. So they better be careful, because CNN may not want to really keep a huge distance from these people, because people are knowingly very well that they are pretty much lies about everything.
Prince Charles expected his butler to keep visits to Camilla a secret from the princess.
Paul just turned around to him and said, well, are you expecting me to lie for you, Your Royal Highness? And Prince Charles said, well, yes. Yes, I am. And
all right, next tweet. Let's see here. Oh my God, I have a lot of tweets to share with you. I'm probably going to have 3 videos today. All right. So Dickie Arbiter's daughter is mad at people holding British media and chose to account for being sexist, biased promoters of disinformation. There's this. Yep. Who would have thought? All right. There's that. It's in the gene, I tell you. All right. So that was quick. Let's go to the next tweet. Okay. Oh, this one. Oh, these are coming under this video. The video. Okay. Pranksters or not, they brilliantly highlighted the importance of honest journalism and the corrupt nature of media bias. Perfect example of unwarranted animosity toward Meghan Markle. Yep, there's a clap. Okay, that was their point. Exactly. Well said. What is the example of perfect animosity? Pre-recorded or a thing for all royal event. Okay. All right. I understand this. Pre-recorded. So the guys were pre-recording before the Oprah interview. Okay. So they did not see the Oprah interview. So in other words, the interview should have aired first. Then the guys record them giving their opinion about the video that should have been out in public first, and then at a later date they could put out their own video. Okay, so you cannot, if I'm understanding correctly, this is why I assume when the princes and the press were being shown and the palace demanded to see it first or something like that, because they wanted to know what they were gonna say about them so they could make them change stuff. All right, so but anyway, I'm even getting confused among my own point, because I cannot understand those people over there. I know for sure they are liars, but to try to get their understanding, it's hard. Okay, let's see. What is the example of perfect animosity? Pre-records are a thing for all royal events. Victoria did not say anything particularly negative. Other commentators did. How do you square the fairness of this situation? The pranksters were not honest journalists either. They were never journalists. They just let her know. They let her know. Okay, you should see the video first. Okay, they let everyone know that the thing was not aired yet. So what will someone with good character and good credibility will say? no, I will not participate, or get back to me after the interview.
I was called by the Sun newspaper, and they called me about a month ago to ask if I'd write about how Meghan was like Wallace and how Meghan was going to destroy the royal family and the arguments between Meghan and Kate, and I said, I'm really sorry, I'm just not privy to all of this. I'm really sorry, I'm just not privy to all of this. I don't think I could do it. And the commissioning editor was really twisting my arm to write this article and say, but you could say, couldn't you, that X happened, and you could say that she's fired all her staff, and you could say that Kate has said this. And I said, well, I'm really sorry, I don't know that, I can't do it. And this conversation went on for about half an hour, and I didn't write the article,
Then I'll give you my opinion. They were more than willing to participate. Okay, it highlights how journalists make up things, considering Harry's and Meghan's specifically said they are not going to work with them no more. Fact. Okay, spot on. All right, so let's see here. There were 3 comments. Why am I only seeing 1? Okay, so there it is. There's 1 reply here. All right, they set up an entire production company, a fake one, semantics of whether you call them journalists or media reporters, they misrepresent. Okay, go back to one of, I think it's the first or second video of, I think it's the first one, of July 3rd video, where when the prankster video came, I review it, all right, and while I was editing, and I gave hints of where they're giving warning of their disclaimer of when they're letting the people know. All right, the interview have not aired yet. All right, so you cannot make 2 wrongs to make right. It's not, you cannot make 2 wrongs to make right. Okay, so the first wrong, which is the YouTubers, okay, they let those people know in advance. I'm gonna record you. Okay, you're gonna give me your royally expert understanding about a video that everyone in that particular video, the 2 YouTubers and the 4 royal experts, were fully aware that the Oprah interview have not been aired yet. This is the foundation where we should pick up. Okay, every parties involved were fully aware the Oprah interview was not aired yet. What will the royal expert should have said?
Has said this, and I said, well, I'm really sorry, I don't know that, I can't do it. And this conversation went on for about half an hour, and I didn't write the article,
It's your character that matters most.
All of them should have said, I'm sorry, I cannot give you my opinion on this because I didn't see it yet. But what did they do? Because it's Harry and Meghan in particular, in my humble opinion, they all agreed, and they took the money. They signed the contract, they took the money, and then they give their opinion. Okay? So this is where we should pick up, where everybody involved, whether it was a fake company, all right, we should not even consider that. Whether it's a fake company, they were aware they were going to be recorded to give their opinion. Where we should pick up here is where all parties involved were fully aware the Oprah interview was not seen by anyone around the world yet. The only people who have seen it, Oprah. I don't think Meghan saw the finished product of it, but they know what they said in the video. The people who edited the video, but there was no leaks, nothing. Nobody around the world, the public have seen it. The same way the royal rats knew they did not see it. This is where the foundation should start. Whether the YouTubers did create a fake, whatever it is. But anyway, I can't wrap my head around people in the UK. Okay, she's a journalist. You can't trust on TV, especially in America, except for Fox News, and tell lies. Dan Wathers and Brian Williams got fired for doing the same thing. If you want to respect reporter, you need to check your fact first. That's right. Was it Brian Williams? I think it was one of those mistakes that he made. But anyway, that's that. She brought it up on herself. All right. Let's go to the next tweet. I may not do a prayer in this video, and my prayer will be on the last one. Oh my God, I have so much. Oh, again, there's more comments under that. Everyone saw that the 4 reporters lie. The world is realizing that some, quote, royal experts are fake greedy liars. These boys who are not linked to Harry and Meghan at all prove that case to us. Next time, tell the fact and keep your job. Lie and you'll get fired. There's the laugh. Let's see here. Okay, this is fantastic, properly brilliant, and also terrifying how full of rubbish experts in this situation can be and can influence public opinion. That's right. This is what I was saying when she was saying that she was full aware no when the lies is spread.
Given the nature of the internet, a lie can go around the world in a split second before the truth has a chance to put its trousers on.
Yeah. Just like they claim the bullying and Meghan bullying people. It runs like wildfire. And then when the truth come out, what did they say? They're not going to make it public. Okay? The false narrative was already in people's mind. They poison people's mind with Meghan is a bully. And then yet, when they come out with their result, they don't want to make it public. All right? They already poisoned the mind. Okay? We prove royal expert lie about Harry and Meghan. There's that YouTube video. That was March 6, 2021. All right. Again, March 6th. That's people who probably have seen the YouTube video of them lying. Okay. Watch as 4 royal experts lie on camera about an interview they admit they have never seen. They are regulars on US and UK television. Let's hope no reputable media company ever pays for their, quote, expert opinions, end quote. Again, bravo, Josh and Archie. Yet again, what is it? Someone made a reference. Look, karma works. One of the boys named Archie. Meghan and Harry, their firstborn, Archie. Okay, watch 4 royal expert about having seen Harry and Meghan interview days before it airs. Unbelievable, but not remotely surprising. All right, so there's no comment. Let's go to the next one. I'm 50 minutes so far. Another video is gonna be proof. Maybe I should do a prayer. I don't know. Let's see here. I love that Oprah doesn't give a shit about what y'all are saying about her. She just continues to live her life. She's at one of her lavish home enjoying the weekend, relaxed, reading, walking her dogs, and being happy. That's for sure. And I think I mentioned her in the first video where Oprah is content with her thing. Look at while she used Oprah's video to get that CNN job.
I've got Victoria Arbiter. She spent part of her life living at Kensington Palace. Her father worked for the Queen. He was a press secretary to the Queen. And they were like, no, we don't know her, we don't know her, we don't know her, which of course is sort of the brick wall that many people hit. Well, my agent then sent in the clip of my family appearing on the Oprah show, and suddenly it was, yeah, okay, we'll give her a shot, we'll give her a chance, have her come in.
There it is, telling her truth right there. Even though other people have put words for her, they did not take her. CNN did not even bother interviewing her. But after this clip where she appeared on the Oprah, wow.
I'm Victoria Arbiter, outside Westminster Abbey. This time tomorrow, Prince William.
And yet, she didn't get signed up again because she was lying about Oprah and thing. Yeah, the universe knows how to work. Oprah is a very spiritual person, so her angels, wherever they were, wherever they are, were working for her. All right, so she got paid for the same by using Oprah again. Okay, maybe some of those homes were paid for with money she made of that. Look at this. I even mentioned Dr. Oz in one of the thing here. You can blame Oprah for Dr. Oz and Dr. Phil. Whatever their core values do, she gave them an opportunity to share some of the things she find. Go watch, I think, video 1 or video 2. I mentioned Dr. Oz in one of that. There it is. They are coming and bringing Dr. Oz in it. There was some part within those 2 men, Dr. Phil and Dr. Oz, that helped Oprah. And so I think for Dr. Phil, I think it was when there was a company that was suing Oprah about meet or something like that. I forgot exactly how it went, or at least right now I can't think of it. And I think Dr. Phil was there to help her get through that process. So because she find that help and she appreciated, this is how unselfish Oprah is. That part of Dr. Phil, maybe nobody knows everyone fully well. You could have your friends, your best friend or whatever, even your own parents. You know specific part of them, but you don't know them fully well. Okay, the total package, because you're not them. All right, so Oprah felt gratitude and appreciate the part that Dr. Phil was able to help her with. So she used that specific part of Dr. Phil and wanted and hoping others, hoping others could get the same, the same branch, I would say, the same, be enlightened by this part of Dr. Phil, the same way with Dr. Az. But that doesn't mean Oprah knew these men totally as a full package individually. Okay, it's just this aspect she was aware of and she wanted to give them the platform. And I think when I was reviewing, Dr. Az is still practicing his doctor thing. Let's see here. Let's look it up. Okay, let's see here. Is Dr. Az still active surgeon? Let's see this. Okay, let's see here. Okay, Az is still a board certified cardiothoracic surgeon, as well as a professor at the Department of Surgery at Columbia University and the director of the Cardiovascular Institute and Complementary Medicine program at New York Presbyterian Hospital in March 2021. He even saved a man's life at Newark Airport. All right, so these are certain parts that Oprah was able to get help or satisfy of their help of her, and then she wanted other people to experience that same gratitude. But that Oprah doesn't make those men. These men are free men to do as they please. You can't blame Oprah for their own doing. This is what the thing I was trying to say. But guess what? She put them under her Harpo production. So, of course, she has to make money. You think everything is for free? They're making it seem like it's a bad thing. But if you cannot wrap your head around business aspect of things, that's your own fault. That was a business aspect of things. They probably, I don't know, they may not be buddy-buddy where Oprah could drop off at their house anytime or call them 24/7. No, it's a professional level. So it's business. All right, let's see here. That is the stupidest effing thing I ever heard. Oprah is all about Oprah. Well, aren't you? Who could blame her? But guess what? She gave all of these people so many platforms, the same way Arbiter was giving the platform. And then she used that video from Oprah thing to get that CNN job. Okay? Oprah is not selfish. In other words, she's more content. She understands where she came from, what she has now, and she tried to help others. She's content with what she built up. And I think in that video, I also brought up that she's even selling part of her. I don't think she's majority owner of Harpo production. She's just the what is it? I think she sold 95% of it already. She's old. You know, she's not taking any of this thing with her. She's not selfish. This is the thing many of those people cannot understand, because the people in the UK don't understand. They think Oprah's going to take all of these things with her when she dies. Okay, let's look again. Okay, who is the majority owner of ON? Let's see here. ON is Oprah's company. Okay, a majority shareholder is a person or entity that owns and controls more than 50% of the company outstanding share. As a majority shareholder, a person or operating entity has a significant amount of influence over the company, especially if their share of voting. Oh my God, there's a huge fly. Oh my God. Yeah. Okay, if their share or voting share. All right, so On is the name of the company, but the search take it as something else. Let's do Harpo Production. I think that's the name. Is it Harpo Productions? Let's see here. Okay, Harpo Production, Oprah Winfrey, chairwoman and CEO, Eric Logan, co-president. Okay, who own Harpo Production? We already know that. Okay, does Oprah Winfrey own Harpo Production? I think, let's see if some part of the thing here. Harpo Production is an American multimedia production company founded by Oprah Winfrey and based in West Hollywood, California. It is the sole subsidiary of her media and entertainment company, Harpo. Okay, it doesn't say how much Harpo Productions worth. What company does Oprah own? Is Oprah a billionaire? That's not it. Okay, who is the majority? Yeah, that's what. Okay, maybe how many? What percentage? Maybe. What is the percentage? Let's see here. All right, there. Okay, so it doesn't give the exact what I'm looking for, but there it is. It is co-owned by Harpo Studio 5% and Discovery Communication Inc. 95%. There it is. That's what I wanted to show you. All right, this is Oprah. Knows she's getting older. She's not gonna last forever. Oprah, she's selling majority share of her studio. Why? She's getting old. She doesn't have kids. Okay. She's selling her whatever she has built up. Her time, she's getting older. Okay? She owns only 5% of it. And Discovery Communication Inc. owns 95% of it. Okay? Because Oprah, she's not selfish. She's not going to be, last forever. She knows she's not going to take all of this with her when she dies. So she's getting rid of it little at a time. And maybe her wealth, whatever million she has in the in her bank account or whatever, there's probably a will somewhere how many people, certain people in her lives are going to get. All right, so this is the thing many of the UK people don't understand, can really grasp. As human beings, you don't last forever. You're going to die. Okay, all of us are gonna die at some point. Whatever riches you built, at some point you're gonna die and leave it behind. Look at Chad Wardwick. He died, and there was no will. His wife had to agree to share it with his parents. All right, let's go to the next one. All right, there's more comment, but let's move on. You know what? That's 1 hour. Let's do a prayer. I said I wasn't gonna do a prayer, but let's do a prayer anyway. Prayer. I don't want to say that because it's gonna fall under the umbrella of that lady. Prayer for wellness. I don't know. Let's say wellness. Wellness. I'm gonna put 3: healing and personal feeling. No. Let's do, okay, prayers of healing and restoration. Let's do, okay, recovery. Okay. Okay. May your healing hand rest upon me. This is for Meghan. Okay. For Meghan to find her peace. I think she already there, but who cannot ask, the more the merrier. Okay, and all the squaddies who's going through their own problem, their own health issues, and all of that. Okay, so all of us squaddies, and I know some of you are going through some stuff yourself, but yet you're still there to support me. You check on my videos every day, give me your support. So, this is for us and Meghan as well. All right, may your healing and rest upon me. May your life-giving powers flow into every cell of my body and into the depths of my soul, cleansing, purifying, restoring me to wholeness and strength for service in your kingdom. Amen. All right. So as you pray, as I read this, just keep thinking of your issues, whatever it is that you're going through, whatever it may be, may you find peace. Because like I've always said, the body is not supposed to be in pain. All right. No one should be going in pain. If you are feeling any kind of whatever it is, hope you find that mental stability, well-being, body and soul, and working as one. That's for us squaddies. All right, let's pick an image for this. Okay, let's do this. All right, prayer for the sick. May you be wrapped upon in God's love, found deep in his everlasting wings, carrying and kept, safe and cherished. May the healing power of Christ breathe across your being now. All right, so that's for us. All right, let's see this one. Let me add that one because I see prayer for the sick. Father God, we lift up all those who are facing illness today. We ask that you will bring healing, comfort, and peace to their bodies. Calm their fears and let them experience the healing power of your love. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, so that's it. That's for us. And hopefully that lady who still hasn't found the wrong in what she did, hopefully she find that. Hopefully she understand her wrong. That way she could move forward because I don't think she's moving forward. All right, that's why I said she's a baguette for God. All right, so that's it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. So that's it. Let's go and do video number 2.